Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a beer, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. So today, GGG provided one piece of information about the upcoming 3.17 Siege of the Atlas expansion. And it's actually a pretty big one, there's a lot in this one to break down. This image was given of the map stash tab as it will exist in the 3.17 expansion. And you'll notice that there's this new tab on it for G for Guardian. Now, this is a fairly significant change if you are an endgame player. If you don't get to tier 14 maps in a league, then this is going to have very minimal impact for you. Of course, in the future, you probably will get to that point, and then at that point, it'll start mattering. But if you're someone that gets to that far in the game, you will definitely be already very happy with this change. So, what's going to happen? Firstly, Elder Guardian maps are treated separately to Shaper Guardian maps at the moment, and they're really clunky in the map tab. If you pick up a map that is Purifier occupied and a racecourse tile set, it is treated by the map tab as though it is a racecourse. The fact that it's a little bit special, that it's got this Elder Guardian in it, doesn't really matter. The game treats it as though it's just an ordinary racecourse. If you control click it, it'll wind up going into the racecourse section of your map device, the 4 Watchstone racecourse section, rather than going where you actually want it, which would be somewhere special that makes the fact that it's a Elder Guardian map stand out. Now that's changing. Now it will go with your other Purifier maps. And so if you have a Purifier occupied racecourse and a Purifier occupied summit, they will be in the same spot on your map tab. That's a huge quality of life change. It's only a small change, but it's going to just remove so much hassle that players, I think, will be very happy to see that change. And the second piece of information here comes about when you zoom in a little bit here. And you'll see that we have 4 new types of Guardian maps, 4 new types of maps that don't exist at the moment. This is a Baran occupied map. You can tell that by the colouring and by the symbol. So the Descry symbol and it's red, that's definitely Baran. Veritania, that's the Redeemer symbol, also Veritania's trademark light blue colours. Al-Hezmin, the snakes and the sort of snake motif in green. And then we have the Warlord with his eagle on a yellow, with his yellow eagle setup. So these are going to be new types of Guardian maps. Presumably they will have reasonably similar drop mechanics to the existing Guardian maps, and so these will be something that you can save up and then run back to back when you want to. I think that's going to make people quite happy to just play around with them. You can now sit on a Guardian map until you are confident you can beat it, and then you can just go, you know what, I'm in the mood to blast some music and just kill Baran over and over again. I'm just going to line up 6 Barans back to back and go bang, 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 bang while blasting music. So that's going to be quite a lot better. What's this going to mean for Trade League players? This is something that a lot of people have been speculating about over on the Path of Exile subreddit. Now, a lot of people think that this is going to make Baran, Veritania, Al-Hezmin and Drox's drops more expensive. I'm not so sure on this front. I recall that when the Shaper Guardians were changed, a lot of the Shaper, and this is, so they used to be sort of at the centerpiece of the Atlas, a lot of people expected that everything that dropped from the Shaper would go up in price, and kind of the opposite ended up happening. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. There are reasons to speculate that things like a Conqueror's Exalted Orb might actually drop in price, some of the various Awakened gems and the like that come from the Conquerors. What about Sirus? Sirus will undoubtedly be a fragment boss now. I think people have been expecting that for a while, and that will be something that will probably, at least in my opinion, will actually increase the amount of Sirus loot in the economy. The reason for this is that there's a lot of people in the game that can't beat Sirus, and at the moment it's very clunky for the for the access to Sirus that they earn to actually end up resulting in loot that enters the Trade League economy. It does happen. There's plenty of people doing carry services and the like, but all of the Siruses that those players earn will now end up just being done because the fragments are going to get on-sold. So that's my speculation. That very much could be wrong. It may very well be the case that we see, Veritania, for instance, Redeemer Exalted Orbs might be much more expensive in the future, and I could just be completely wrong on that. But that's my speculation, and I'm curious to hear what you're thinking about at the moment. So definitely leave your speculation down in the comments below. Otherwise, may your Val Orbs have interesting results and maybe use one on a Conqueror map at some point.